Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. Blah, 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 blah. Something, I don't remember.
Humbug.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Or whatever gender you identify yourself as.
Prefer.
It's 2018.
I mean,
It's Christmas when you're listening to this.
No, it isn't. This is the Easter special that we're recording.
Oh no, we're taking a break from 2019. We're not coming back till early 2020.
Hashtag Disney Plus.
Oh wait, no, sorry. We're not Doctor Who. Idiots! Yes. Why would you lose momentum? Like, consistency is key, which is why this comes out on time now. Anyway, let's stop bitching about the BBC, because I am George.
Yeah, and I am Connor.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Matt then. I was like, wait, no, he's dead.
I am General.
For those wondering if Matt will be back in 2019,
I'm curious.
He'll be back for the New Year special, and then we won't see him until 2020.
Yeah, I mean, just like the show that we keep referencing every week.
But we're not here to talk about that this week. So if you're wondering why...
It makes a change.
Disclaimer, this is pre-recorded because Christmas is a busy time, especially for those of us that work in retail.
Yeah.
So
who doesn't work retail nowadays, though?
Loads of people probably.
True.
In order to get ahead of the game, so you're listening to this on the 23rd of December.
23rd.
2 days before the big old birthday of JC, Jeremy Cook. No, wait, no, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
But as we record this on Monday, December the 10th.
Yeah, Monday, Jesus.
Yeah, so we're gonna. So if you're wondering why we haven't talked about the big news story that's come out this week, it's because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I don't know, guys.
Stop. And I know that Connor's a clairvoyant and can see the future, but he hasn't tuned himself into next week yet, so he doesn't know next week's news stories.
Or have I? Or maybe in another lifetime I might have.
Check the comment section for Connor's predictions.
Yeah.
And if he gets it right, he gets a biscuit.
Custard cream.
Oh, well, great.
Oreo, custard cream, you guys can debate in the comments.
Yeah. Custard bourbons are better than custard creams, though. Why didn't she have bourbons in the TARDIS?
I know, right? I mean, you could be more universal.
Maybe that's why Series 12's taking so long, because they have to rebuild the biscuit machine for bourbon size.
Yeah, or maybe they're going to have more.
Yeah, so we're going to try and not talk about Doctor Who, because we're going to talk about it when we record the proper episode.
Which will be
Friday. We'll record on the 14th for the 16th. We're recording the 10th for the 23rd. Then everything will be fine. And
it sounds really simple to us, but to you guys, I'm sorry.
We were just basically recording 2 this week because we know next week's going to be fucking hard.
Yeah, what isn't?
Yeah, speaking of hard, it's Christmas.
Yes.
Baby, it's cold outside.
And that's hard enough.
So for this Christmas special, we are going to talk about Christmas films.
Yeesh.
Ones we like, ones we don't, just our general bollocks. Yay. 2019 is the year Pasty Sheep gets big, or we have a theme tune, the year that Matt probably comes back, I don't know.
And hopefully gets a home. I mean, hopefully he'll have a Patreon page. And
no, they've discontinued that, they've shut it down. It's like Toys R Us, they've shut it down.
Oh.
No more.
Blockbusters.
Blockbuster Video.
Oh.
So, without further ado, also if you're wondering why we forgot to talk about the Avenger trailer in episode 22, it's because we were fucking stupid. So we're going to talk about that. Last week.
Last week, which will be next week, but really is the last of the next week.
This is episode 24 of No Bible Podcast. Thank you for being with us this is your penultimate episode of 2018. That's mad.
Yeah, not for us, but I mean,
the first episode of 2019 is 26. That's 6 months.
Oh,
God.
Jesus.
We're going to die.
That's the same as long
We're all going to die.
Sainsbury's, God, sick.
Jesus, stop saying the name.
Copyright, I'm sorry.
I thought you didn't want people to know where you are.
Well, yeah,
you probably know.
I've already said it. I mean, people will eventually see our face. They'll be like, I know that guy. I know him.
One day we'll have real jobs. Oh, shit. Yes. So, Christmas film. What's your favourite? Okay, so, should we do a... Do you want to do a top 5 or just a general? Like, you give me one you like and I give you one I like?
Yeah,
do you want to do it like that?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Alright, come on.
Yeah.
It is very rare. I know you regularly moan that you don't get to speak as much, so you can go first.
Fuck you. Not you viewers, but no.
You Soldier Boy, a penny. Oh.
That's got nothing to do with Christmas. I like
Santa Boy.
Fucking Santa Boy. I've actually just scrolled past that. A Christmas Carol.
Which version of the famous Charles Dickens is this? Is it
CGI animated one from
Ooh,
2009?
That is a very good one. I like that one. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Begin.
Begin. Like George has said, it's the famous Charles Dickens Christmas Carol story adapted for like the 20,000th time.
Is that
Kind
got
of.
the most adaptions of anything?
I
Or is
wanted-
it Sherlock Holmes?
No, Sherlock. No, I've read that the other day. Sherlock. Yeah, it's no Sherlock. Christmas Carol must be.
We've got facts now.
I know statistics. No.
Next year we'll have graphs.
Pie charts.
Oh, I love a good pie chart. The 3D ones that you used to make in school.
Excel.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, copyright.
Well, you can say that.
Yeah, good old Microsoft Excel, the pie chart 3D ones.
Yeah. Pie? Use pie, boy. Sorry. But then Jim Carrey's Scrooge does look like William Hartnell, so maybe that is full
That is
circle.
a secret crossover that's waiting to happen. Maybe that's in 2020. Who knows?
Well, they resurrect William Hartnell like they did fucking Peter Cushing.
It'll be as
Yes.
easy as pie.
Yes, take a bit longer, Ebenezer. Yes. Ebenezer meets Hartnell. Fucking hell.
William Scrooge. Ebenezer Hartnell.
Yes, Johnny Jim, my boy. Yes. Buy that bloody goose.
Ghost of Christmas Past, Present and Future. What
I'm
the
all of
hell
those.
is this?
The dandy and the clown.
Or Dominic the Donkey.
And then fucking John Pertwee plays the Ghost of Christmas Present. It's inconceivable, Joe. Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow.
We must save Christmas. And
It's the Philorians, Brigadier.
And in
We'll
the
give you a
future,
jolly good slap.
and in the future, the Doctor will be Colin Baker.
Tom Baker.
Or Tom. Yeah,
Just go,
okay.
hello.
Hello there.
Well, no, the future one's silent, so the future one should be like fucking
Paul McGann, because he only did the one.
John Hurt.
Oh, John Hurt. Well,
What I did without choice. Rest in peace, John Hurt. Anyway, Christmas Carol. Fucking hell.
So we already fucked up. Sorry, guys. Quit the video.
Go on, give us the brief
Right,
synopsis for those people that.
Right,
Don't know
Christmas Carol 200th adaptation from 2009. It is the same. Well, as I say, it's the same story. It's not nothing new, but
Give us the basic tale for those dumb enough not to know.
so Ebenezer Scrooge has a famous catchphrase, and some of you might know it is that bar humbug.
It is the good gosh who schnitz the tartish.
Ow!
Do you know what? I'm thinking of Herndl again. I'm so sorry.
No, bar humbug, and I know people outside of the podcast and outside here that
You
are
know
some
people?
humbugs.
Is that the news? I know
Oh
people,
no!
I know people outside of
I'm
this
not
thing.
alone. It's not just me and George.
You're like Professor Yana. You
You're
are not alone. Sorry.
Humbugs. Yeah, terrible sweets. They are. Humbugs are shit. Just like in real life. Anyone that doesn't believe, anyone that is a humbug, such as Scrooge, is shit.
Okay.
So yeah,
Basic
Scrooge.
plot for the third time of trying. We've got to stop getting distracted.
Right, Scrooge. He's a grumpy old git who basically is just a grumpy old git.
Mm-hmm. That's what he says on the tin.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think exactly who he talks to, but basically like, oh, Mr. Scrooge, why don't you believe in Christmas, sir? He's like,
Bob Cratchit?
yes, yeah, fuck, I've got the name, yeah, Bob Cratchit.
That's only because I watched Muppet Christmas Carol like the other day.
Oh, I forgot about that
When
one.
Muppet came like, Bob Cratchit!
I forgot about that one.
You can talk about that later. It's fine. I just reminded you. It's fine.
Ding. Yeah, Scrooge is
As
basically
if I don't choose it next.
bastards. You've seen the future. So Scrooge, grumpy old git, kid's like, what the fuck, man? Why don't you believe in Christmas? He's like, no, child, no, boy.
You must work Christmas Day, you bastard.
Yeah, like, you know, I've got better things to do than hang around decorations and believe in some big, like, chubby red man with a white beard. You know, he's basically like, oh, screw you, Muppets. Humbug to you all. Giving out free shitty sweets. I don't know about that one, but sorry, I'll have to...
Is that the sequel?
The Ghost of Christmas Humbugs.
Selling hum.
So yeah, he's just a grumpy old git for most of the film, and then I can't. One night, or on that night, he gets visited by 3 ghosts. One from the present, William Hartnell.
The Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future.
Yeah, William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, and John Pertwee.
Yeah.
And one by one, they
Think and Clear, Joe.
one by one, they take him on a little tour and make him sort of reflect on like stuff that happened. His backstory, his previous lives. He's basically he's
I've had many faces, many lives. It's not been all right here too. It's one life I try very hard to forget. I need to stop. I can't.
Yeah, he forgets every other day. So he gets reminded basically who he is and who he was and who he should be.
Reminded why he loved Christmas in the first place.
But then
it's like character development, isn't it?
Is it the past ghost, the first ghost, that sort of reveals why he hates Christmas though? Or is that
it's like
the future?
Yeah, it's like woman left or whatever, and then
he gets a bird. He gets a bird,
and then she made him miserable, and that's why he hates Christmas. And then the
Um,
present shows him being mean to his nephew, and the future shows that he'll die cruel and alone, just like we all do.
yeah, because the nephew moves out and he starts his own family without him, don't he? But they basically just go, no, fuck you, Dad, bye. And then
Fuck you, Uncle Scrooge.
And then Scrooge is, like you say, forever alone.
He's alone.
No subscribers, no one to cheer for him, root for him. He's just by himself. All by himself. But then, Scrooge realises that, life's actually quite miserable this way. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I better get my head
Does
out my arse
he
and
learn from his mistakes and redeem his ways?
watch the film to find out. Tune in.
I could just read the book that's from the 1800s.
Yeah, it's been republished.
Spoilers, he does.
If you couldn't already tell. Christmas films are upbeat, so regardless of what we say, most of them, well, I haven't seen a Christmas film that actually ends shitty or in a negative way.
Not yet.
Ooh, secret Christmas film for
Someone hasn't seen Nativity 3. The reindeer all get rabies. No, is it your favourite adaptation of the Charles Dickens novel?
Yeah. Yes, because that was one of the few ones I remember as a child reading a novel. But when I was a child, I mean like when I was 5 or 6.
When I was a young boy.
I can't remember it, but I do remember picking up the book going, oh look, Christmas, old grumpy man, let's read it.
And that was just the man selling you the book. Ha 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 ha.
Not even in the
night. Did you see this film? Jim Carrey plays the titular Ebenezer Scrooge, and I think he voices the ghosts in one of those cool things.
He's all the ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Scrooge, Christmas Past, Christmas Present, and Christmas Yet to Come, not Future. Yet to Come.
And Gary Oldman as Bob Cratchit.
Yeah, good old Bobby Cratchit. Jacob Marley, the Ghost of Scrooge, former colleague.
Who plays him?
No, Gary Oldman.
Oh, Gary Oldman plays
Tiny Tim as well.
He plays Tiny Tim. He plays his own son.
Colin Firth as Fred Hollywell.
Oh, his nephew.
Yes. Bob Hoskins as Mr. Fezziwig.
Bloody Bob Hoskins, mate.
Robin White as
Gotta love Bob Hoskins,
Fan/Bell. Carrie Elves. Sorry if I botched your name. #Botchamania.
Do you reckon they watch?
What?
Do you reckon they watch us? Subscribe, person that was in Christmas Carol in 2009.
Gentleman number 1, Dick Wilkins, Mad Fiddler, guest number 2.
Ooh, Mad Fiddler. Oh, do you want a Mad Fiddle? Yes. Yes, Mad Fiddle.
I was more of a Mad Hatter myself.
Oh, that's a different franchise.
Copyright.
But still made by the same company, so it's fine, isn't it?
That's made by the same company?
It's not copyright if you're copywriting yourself.
It's Warner. Disney.
Until Article 13, where we're not allowed freedom of speech in the EU. That's why we need to leave. Boosh! Or just make our own bylaws. Let's not talk about politics. It's Christmas!
#trouble.
I'm making all these jingles.
Yeah, at least you.
I'm ready. I am ready for the new year.
After the first day, I'm really fucking not. I want it to end already. I am a bit of a humbug deep down.
No, you're not.
I'm calling myself.
Okay,
boring,
come on. They're still on the first film. We're 15 minutes in. So what do you think?
What do I think about it?
Go on, give us your overall rating and your opinions on it. You've gone through the plot and the cast.
Shout out, jabroni.
I'm your employer, bitch.
No. Rating. From what I'd give it a good 7.5 out of 10.
Give it a jolly good smack bottom ace. No, not ace,
I
Polly.
wouldn't go that far. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, a good
Oops.
7.5. Again, it's one of them ones that I saw younger. Like 2000, I don't think I have rewatched it since, but it's one of them that stick with you. It does. Like the Christmas films, I haven't seen a real Christmas film in years, but they do stick with you. But yeah, well, that's one of them which I was like, it is a classic for the 200th time. But yeah,
it's not my favourite adaptation of Christmas Carol.
No,
I think the Muppets one's better.
Of course, the Muppet one. Yeah,
just because of like Michael Caine being Ebenezer Scrooge is pretty amazing. Old Ebenezer, what a geezer. What would you rate it out of 10?
I just said 7.5.
Did you? Oh,
yeah, don't worry. Yeah, Sylvester McCoy turning to Paul McKenna.
Yeah, come along, Ace. Brilliant.
Yeah, no, sorry.
That's cool. Is it my go?
I believe it is.
Okay,
Matt, where are you? You come out the bed now.
We've actually had him chained up in the cupboard for like 12 weeks. We haven't fed him.
I said last week.
I said clean out his cage.
I thought we were clean out his cage. At least give him a bourbon, for God's sake.
The best biscuits there are. Speaking of the best biscuits, I am going to give you a film.
Twix is a biscuit.
That is one of my favourite Christmas films.
Very
recent. I believe it's 2009 also. You can Google me for it.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
It's the Sony Animation Pictures thing that is Arthur Christmas.
Arthur Christmas, yes.
One of my favourites in recent times. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
2011.
2011. It's not bad. It wasn't a bad guess.
Oh no, 2011.
So it stars James McAvoy as the titular Arthur Christmas. Jim Broadbent as Santa Claus, the current one. Bill Nighy as Grand Santa.
136-year-old grumpy.
Yeah. Basically Santa's dad. And Arthur's brother Steve, played by Hugh Laurie. In the most British Christmas film that ever did exist. It's basically the story is that the Saint Nicholases and Santas have existed for millennia and passed down from father to son eventually, and blah 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 diddy blah, and it's become more advanced from just the 8 reindeer in the sleigh. It's now like this S1, which is like a big sort of spaceship sleigh that the elves like
what the shit? I don't
do
know.
like fucking.
Pretty sure I saw it.
They jump like they do the what's the thing where you're on the wire and you like basically like zipping down, deliver all the presents.
Thing. Yeah.
Zip wire but straight down. If you know what that is, comment it.
A downward zip wire.
I would say like
Straight
I would say
down.
Halo jump, but like you don't use ropes in Halo jump. And yeah, so it's all advanced now, and you know isn't as personal as it used to be. Santa's getting old. He's done it for 70 years, and he's thinking of retiring and giving it to Steve, his oldest son, because Steve's all about the technology and making it efficient.
He is Steve Jobs after all.
Oh yeah, exactly. And what happens then is that a child gets missed on the complicated present delivering system, and Arthur, who works in responding to Santa's letters, he decides that he will take his grandfather, Grand Santa, and will deliver the present himself. In order to prove that Christmas is important and you can't miss out one child.
No.
So him and Grand Santa sneak out, get 8 reindeer, and fly towards what they think is England, end up in Mexico, end up in the sea. That all kicks off. Santa doesn't really know what to do anymore because Steve's the one that sort of tells him everything to do. So he's not as personable as he used to be. And has maybe lost his way, and Steve just is all about the technology and wanting to take over as Santa, and make it a numbers game. He is the executive
of Apple.
Very much so, yeah.
Apple Christmas.
So, obviously, blah blah. There's emotional stuff. Arthur, who's very childish and very believing in Christmas, learns that he learns the hard way, like how difficult it is being Santa, and how much his dad sort of doesn't care as much as he thought he did, which is quite sad for him. But does a lot of growing up, and in the end becomes the true Santa that was always meant to be, because they realise that because of Arthur's love for Christmas, he should be Santa Claus. In a very emotional finale. And then Steve says that he will stay as the CEO and be advance the technology, make it easier, and he can deliver and then Arthur delivers the presents.
Make 10.
And then his dad retires happily to hang out with his father, Grand Santa, and they all live happily ever after and use reindeer again, and it's very sad and very uplifting and very fun. And a big bad world of Santa Claus. One of my favourite Christmas films.
Can't remember I've bloody seen it. You sort of lost me at like the not space reindeer, but like the fact that
it's like a spaceship sleigh thing.
No, I don't even remember.
Oh, you should watch it. It's on Netflix. I watched it recently. By recently, I mean yesterday.
Oh right, okay. No, I will. Yeah, I should really. I just working in retail is just it changes your perception of Christmas year by year, gradually.
Yes.
It's just like
you learn to hate yourself, but and with it being a recent film, it's still one of it's quickly become one of my favourites to watch at Christmas in and around. It's not in the bracket of film. I wouldn't class it in the bracket of films that's just like crap, the ones that are just like I wouldn't want to say crappy, but not very good ones.
Like meh.
They're just that you just enjoy them because they are Christmas films.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful story and it's so
this is
well
like
animated.
a must-see Christmas film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw this in the cinema. It's great. I mean, I still cry.
Oh.
Just because it's so like that ending when Arthur gets to be Santa.
X becomes Y. Yeah.
And Arthur becomes Santa, and it's I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, I will have to watch that then.
That's after Christmas for me. Go see it. It's on Netflix, so you don't even have to pay for it. You don't have to pay to watch it. Unless you don't have Netflix, then you have to pay for Netflix.
Unless you're paying for someone else's Netflix. Or no, unless you've got someone else's Netflix and you're not paying for it.
Yeah. That's it. That's even easier. That's even better.
Yeah. Cool.
Go on, Connor, what's your next one?
Pick number 2. I am going to go with Home Alone. The original.
The original, we might say. Oh, yeah. Disclaimer. The original was the best.
Yeah, no, by far.
Two has some fun moments.
I thought there was... Copyright.
Oh.
Apple going to see us now.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Fine. Yeah, no,
whoops.
Yeah. Invasion of the Apple. See, I told you. Fucking Arthur. Big Brother Claus is trying to come after us.
Yes. Anyway.
So... I forgot what I was...
Put my phone on silent.
What film did I just say?
Home Alone.
Home Alone, that's it. Yeah. I didn't know there was a 4th film. There was 3 of them, I thought.
Oh man, 3rd and 4th is shite.
I know the 3rd one was shite. I thought that was it. I didn't know there was a 4th one. I never heard of the 4th one until recently.
I think I watched the 4th one once on TV.
Oh. And then no more since.
No more.
No more. Home Alone, no more. Yeah. But I mean, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin, yeah.
Yeah. It is one and only real film. He hasn't done anything.
Well, he was in Uncle Buck.
Which isn't Christmas related, isn't it? Or is it?
No, not really. No. Connor, you're going to have to speak a bit louder. The sound waves.
Macaulay Culkin.
You just speak normally. You're just like... Get really quiet.
Yeah.
Give us the plot of the old Home of Alone.
So, sums it up in the title. A kid, mama and daddy, mother and father want to have a bit of a party before, I think it's Christmas Eve, or the 20th.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Christmas
Eve. You are
Eve.
Correct.
They want to go have a party.
They have a party. They work in family.
They work in retail. They stress free. They want to just go out and have a good time without the kids.
If they work in retail, they're not stress free.
Hang on a minute. When got so stress free? Oh, they work in retail. They've had a shitty time, but they just thought, they need a bit of privacy, a bit of intimacy, alone, away from the children.
No, all the family's going on holiday.
Oh,
all the families
I'm
saying
sorry, George. I haven't seen the film in years. I haven't seen none of these epoxy films in years.
Why are you talking about them in the Christmas special?
I don't know, right? Why is Christmas special to me? It is. I just said for 10th time it isn't.
Anyway, just do the bloody
yeah,
plot.
so... Give me a fucking chance. So yeah, Macaulay Culkin is home alone. Dun dun dun.
His family leaves and goes on holiday and they forget it.
That's it. They forget him. So no babysitter even. I mean, like, what a fucking bitchy family he's got. Like, how can you like leave and then forget your own fucking son? It's not like, oh shit, I've dropped my phone. I'll be back. Honey, have you seen Steve anywhere? No.
What is his name?
No,
Kevin. That's it. Kevin McAllister.
Kevin?
Yeah, that's Macaulay Culkin's. Yeah, Kevin McAllister.
Oh, okay. Well, have you seen Big Kev anywhere? Oh yeah, he's right here. He needs an upgrade. No, I mean, come on, parents, get with it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave your fucking kids. I'm sorry.
We interrupt this podcast to bring you parenting.
How to be a parent 101. Yeah, so he's alone. He's happy at first because he's like fed up with the parents anyway. Like they all get into like a row, don't they? And like that's when they're like, "Oh, we're going without you," and then he's like, "I don't care. I'm a kid. I'll do what I want. It's Christmas." So then for the first 10 minutes.
That's a really good Kenny from South Park.
Yeah, I'm Kenny Captain. I don't care. Okay.
Cartman.
He's home alone, he's happy, he don't give a toss about his family, he's like, yeah, I'm going to have a party as a 6-year-old, because he ain't even hit puberty. I mean, how can he have a party as a 6-year-old?
He's just enjoying his life, isn't he? Just
he's
eating
life.
pizza.
Yeah.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yeah, literally. But then, then he realises, I'm all alone, no one loves me, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Then all I remember, fast forward the film, blah, 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 two blokes knock on the door and go, "Hey kid, want to come hang out with us?" Or
No.
Not dodgy, I mean they're really friendly people.
That's a very different film.
Hey kids.
That's Operation You Tree the movie.
I can't remember what they say, I'm just making the script as I go along.
Why don't you just read the synopsis? At least you'll get it right.
No, because I'm trying an effort here. I'm trying to memorise the film from like 20 years ago.
It's because I remembered After Christmas so much, isn't it? It's because
it's patronising.
It's just facts.
So two blokes knock on his door.
Harry and Marv.
For whatever reason, knock on his door.
The Wet Bandits.
The Wet Bandits.
Yeah, because they're robbers, aren't they? Because they've been eyeing up the house, and because the parents are away, they're going to rob the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're not perverts. Well, they might be, I don't know.
Well, I mean, who knows? If this was in modern times, then I think the internet would have a very different reaction to this film.
Oh, we wouldn't be allowed this film if it was if it was now.
Yeah, goddamn right. Especially if it was a girl.
Goddamn car, they're pedophiles.
Goddamn Karen, goddamn.
Oh my god.
So yeah, basically most of the film I remember is him, Macaulay being a clever little kid setting up traps around the house, and he's like, the perverted guys are like, "Oh, come here, little shit, I'm gonna do shit to you." And
I'm gonna shit on you.
But then I just remember one scene, he's downstairs in the basement, the door opens, then something.
He shoots him in the face. No, because he hits him with an iron, stands on a nail, they swing the paint cans.
Yeah, bang.
He booby traps them to death.
Crash, bang, wallop, basically. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It is beautiful. Yeah, so good beats evil in the end. I can't remember how he gets rid of them, or how the fuck they fuck off. Or
they arrest him because they try and go next door, and then the neighbour beats them with a shovel.
Oh, so it's Home Alone rated R edition, PG-13. Yeah, okay, I didn't remember that, but then so basically the family do come back, don't they?
Yeah, and then that's the thing.
That is the film.
Yeah, Christmas is saved because they all arrive home and they all enjoy Christmas as a family.
And basically realise, oh shit, we can't do it again. Or do they?
They do it for another 3 movies, but only the second one's an okay sequel because they do it in New York.
I thought one of them is a new family.
One of them is a new family. I think it's the third one, and the fourth one is the same family played by different actors.
So technically it's a new family, well, without regenerating.
They're regenerating, Clara.
It's okay. It's from Colin Baker to Sylvester McCoy in his costume.
Yes.
That's essentially what it is.
And you brought it full circle. Back to Who, once again.
Yeah.
What would you rate Home Alone?
Nostalgia, I'd give it an 8. I'd give
Oh,
it
it's
an
very
8.
good. It's enjoyable.
Mm.
I know there's a lot of people that tire of it, just because
No.
it's so widely enjoyed. Maybe just they hate. Maybe it's cool to hate Home Alone.
Well, not I know of, but I mean, yeah, I suppose. I want to see if it's on Netflix. I want to see what Christmas films are on Netflix at the moment. I want to. It is Netflix.
Well, I'll tell you.
Uh-huh.
What's on Netflix?
Yeah.
In my next choice.
Uh-huh.
It is
It is.
the BBC film from 2009, Nativity,
Yeah.
starring
BBC.
Martin Freeman
All right. Uh-huh.
as Mr. Paul Madden's teacher at St Bernadette School in Coventry. Anyone who is British will bloody love Nativity. I don't know. It's one of those films. It's another sort of recent one. I mean, it's only 9 years old.
2009, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said, fool. I know my facts.
I saw the second one.
I saw the second one at the cinema. I didn't see the third.
No.
Fourth one, I am refusing to see.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And the West End musical thing.
No.
Pass.
Can't.
Maybe the run that Danny dies in. I'd like that because he plays the
like
music
that.
producer. I'd watch that.
Negativity.
Yeah. Haha. Full circle. But
Yeah.
yes, it's the story of Paul Madden's a primary school teacher from Coventry who his girlfriend left him at Christmas. It's good because I watched this today.
Hey.
So I can really sort of go into this one. His girlfriend leaves him around Christmas to go to America to be a producer, scare quotes, and he hates Christmas. They give him the job of directing the school nativity. He doesn't want to do it because last time he got a really bad review and it just really pissed him off, and that's what led him to think, fuck Christmas.
He turned into a humbug.
So,
He started selling humbugs on street corners.
his new teaching assistant, Mr. Poppy, a very childish man with a very adult face. He's a very big man, baby.
Mr. Poppy.
Played by Mark Wooten, yeah. Who is the life and soul of the series until they just don't have him in the fourth one. So, fuck you, guys who made Nativity. But yeah, it's become a recent favourite, obviously, because of 9 years old. But like, it's become a staple, especially for my Christmas enjoyment. So much so, I watched 3 of them today. And so after his rival and former friend Gordon Shakespeare, who works at another school, always does really well at the Nativity, so he says that his ex-girlfriend's coming and bringing Hollywood so they can produce a movie, and then that spreads like wildfire and Chinese whispers to the kids, and they all think they're going to be famous. He doesn't want to tell them that he's lied to them, because lying's bad, children.
Yes,
Lying
it
is very bad.
Don't do it.
So it builds and builds and builds. Like, they get news coverage, they get the mayor involved. They have to fly out to America to try and convince them to come. Gets rejected, but it's about him still loving her. So they don't really. The kids say they just want Mr. Madden's to be happy. Mr. Poppy and Mr. Madden's become best friends over the film. There's some great comedy, and it's mostly improvised, which is really good in this first film and quite good in the second. But by the third, it's sort of a bit like, this formula's been done.
Meh.
Which is why I'm sort of reluctant to see the fourth. Also, Mr. Poppy's not in it, so fuck off. It's such an enjoyable film. It's a very sort of the spin on the nativity that we need. It's new, but it's old. It's telling a new story. It's very British in its story about the school nativity and how it is an important and it's all the same thing, and it mixes it up. There's some great original songs in there. A great cast. The cast that it expands through the series. There's a lot of very good British actors in it throughout the series. I don't know about the fourth. I know that. I think I don't really know who's in the fourth one. But
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody, no one.
Yeah.
Hashtag big finish.
And yes. but it is fantastic, and it is it's a feel-good film. It's enjoyable. It's got a nice, happy ending.
Yeah,
because he learns to love Christmas all over again, gets his girlfriend back. They might not be making a
Christmas
film.
Carol redone.
They might not be making a film in Hollywood, but
it's something. It's affordable.
But they still enjoy it and learn to enjoy Christmas and all that bollocks.
Good old jazz.
But yes, I would rate it a good 8 out of 10. I'll give it honourable mentions because I'm not going to talk about the rest of them to the other films in the series. The second one, Nativity 2, Danger in the Manger with David Tennant, is amazing.
Yeah, so that's the one.
Not just because David Tennant's in it, but that is mostly the reason.
Yeah.
But also he plays his own twin.
Freaking Time Lord. He does. That's what I forgot. Yeah. Yeah.
But like Martin Freeman, David Tennant, why aren't they teaming up in Nativity 5? That's what I want. Danger in the Manger. Also, it's got a good title. The third one, Dude Was My Donkey with Martin Clunes. Yeah, that happened. He loses his memory. It's on Amazon Prime. I watched that today.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, I might as well watch the third one. But it wasn't on Netflix. It was on Amazon Prime. So I watched that. I was like, glad I finally saw it. Don't really want to see it again. Martin Clunes is marrying Catherine Tate.
Oh, okay.
Because his wife died, and then he loses his memory because a donkey kicks him in the head.
Oh. What the fuck?
And then he has to learn to remember Christmas again, and like learn about his. He has to remember his wife and his daughter, and like he has to remember what Christmas is all about. And it's flash mobs instead of.
Because I've got down Eeyore.
Yeah. All because of Eeyore. And as far as I know, the fourth one is Nativity Rocks. Is a rock concert thing that's there. Stuff happens. Mr. Poppy's not in it, but apparently the guy in it that's the new funny teaching assistant his surname's Poppy, but I think it's his brother because it's a different name. Instead of Desmond, it's Jerry. Poppy, so I'm assuming it's Poppy. Either a cousin or a brother. It's some kind of relative, which is quite annoying because why not just have proper Mr. Poppy? It's like, look kids, we still got Mr. Poppy,
but not the one you want.
Yeah. But I think he plays normal Mr. Poppy in the what is it? The stage adaptation, the musical.
Oh, I see.
Because obviously, like they don't get the film ones to do the bloody theatre run. So I think he plays normal Mr. Poppy in that, and then they've put him in this when they haven't got
Mr. Poppy.
Yeah. So.
Confusion.
Exactly. So, and then there's that. I don't really know anyone's favourite. I think Craig Riverhord's in the fourth one. I don't really know the cast list. I'll probably see if it comes out on DVD or on a streaming service. I'll watch it just to see.
Yeah.
I remember there was rumours for a while that they were just going to do like an Avengers style thing and just cross over all the teachers in one of them. That'd be cool.
Oh, it would be cool. It'd be like the Christmas CU, the Christmas Cinematic Universe. Or the NCU, the Nativity Cinematic Universe.
And what a universe we could live in. But yeah, and they want to do a fifth one set in Australia. I think the thing with these films is... Well, the thing with any film is always leave them wanting more and don't make it into... Don't use your gimmick until it's dead. Stop flogging a dead horse.
It's like milk... What I was going to say, it's like milking a cow.
It's milking a dead cow, isn't it? When you keep using that same formula. I think it would be interesting.
How much milk can you get before it gets rotten and out of date?
Mm-hmm. I think if you had interesting characters, or actors like with the first two, and arguably the third, because Martin Clunes is actually quite good. I mean, he sort of looks like he's just doing this for his kids, like the third one. But
that's reason enough.
That was kind of like the thing that kept us like, oh, who's the teacher this time? Because there's only so many stories you can tell about the Nativity.
True. Yeah.
And I think maybe musical is the best format for it in the long run. Maybe don't keep making the films.
Yeah.
But the good thing is they're not regular.
No.
I mean, there was 2009, 2011, in 2014.
Yeah.
And now 2018. So the gap's getting bigger.
They've learnt their lesson. They're probably secret sponsors.
Just for Nativity 5, bring back Mr. Poppy. But yeah, 8 out of 10 for the first one. Really enjoyable. Love it. Watch it every year. It's in my top 5 that we're talking about. So over to you for your third pick. Well, 5.
This one I've literally just found Google, and I am basing this purely off of memory, but Fred Claus.
Ooh, good
Prince
pick.
Vinnie Vaughn. Vince Vaughn as Fred Claus. Fred
Colin
Claus.
doesn't watch Christmas films because he hates everyone.
What?
Nothing.
Shh, I'm
Nothing.
supposed to say that.
Okay, give us the synopsis from Wiki. I mean your brain.
Yeah, they're totally not. You can edit version of my brain. Alright, a baby is born, and within a few minutes of his birth, he starts saying,
Why are you reading it in a John Pertwee voice? A baby is born, and a few moments it says, ho ho ho, I am going to be Santa Claus. And it's inconceivable, Joe.
Alright, a baby is born, and within a few minutes of his birth, he starts saying, give me jelly babies, you ho ho ho.
Now that, I would watch.
Mother Claus calls her son Frederick over to meet his new brother, whom she has decided to name Nicholas.
Ha ha ha.
Mother Claus lovingly refers to the new baby as a little Saint Nick. During Christmas, when Nick opens his gifts, including Fred's, he decides to give them away to orphans, which makes Fred angry. Oh, don't blame him. Mother Claus advises Fred to be a better person by stating he should be more like his brother. This in turn causes Fred to resent Nick. Feeling isolated, Fred often climbs a tree to confide his problems in a bird.
If you're still there, viewers, I'm sorry.
I'm watching.
Skip the time codes, but
Alright, fine. In the present day,
it's just a brief synopsis. Don't read the whole fucking,
Well, he said earlier on, I'm taking forever, 15 minutes, get on third time reading the plot.
I know, you're reading, but then now you're reading the whole Wikipedia section of the thing.
This is meant to be my brain.
Just summarise.
Fine, Fred heads his brother, Nick.
Fred has a brother, Fred's brother, Nick. Okay, so
Nicholas Flamel.
Santa's brother, Fred, is a bad man. And then carry on. Summarise, don't read the whole thing.
Good old Nick is
so
a
you
prick.
can just fucking watch the movie.
Nick is a prick from the sounds of it. Fred's like, you know what, fuck you, bro. He then...
Hurry up, I've got season 19 to watch.
So have I, mate. Fred just basically comes inspired by...
Box set. I'm just annoyed it's a little bit bigger than season 12. That's the only thing. It is, isn't it?
OCD.
Because that's
hang on,
that's 3 wide, that one's 4 wide.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
I think, but then it's because it's a longer season.
It is as well.
It's 7 stories and that's 5.
The more you know. Yeah, so Freddy becomes Santa. Basically, he listens to his daddy Santa and wants to help.
Brother Santa. Goes to visit.
He basically, he becomes Santa and decides to help his bro out, deliver presents around the world, and do the usual Christmas.
Do Santa stuff.
Do the normal Christmas kablam.
Kablam it. We knew that would be important.
Yeah, exactly. It all makes sense now.
Fuck me, that finale was boring.
It really, really was. Let's just not talk about it.
We will. Last week.
Which is the next week for you, which really is the last week, the last
no, it's
week.
Last week for us. It's next. It's in our future, but it's in your past.
Yes, it's the river song to my whatever doctor.
Well, she's not. Oh, have you seen that she's going to meet fucking Ian and Susan now, and Barbara in a new Big Finish?
What?
They did a new Big Finish where in series 6 she meets of River Song. She meets Ian, Barbara, and Susan.
Good. I mean, good.
No,
series 5.
Stop making them meet characters.
No,
that's
need to
cool. Fucking meet.
Oh, that's good though.
Fuck River Song.
Fuck the Doctor's life up, sure. But if you're gonna fuck the Doctor's life, you might as well fuck his whole family's life up.
Speaking about fucking lives up, Fred Claus.
Fred Claus. Nicholas comes back. Bro, I'm a dick, but I want to help you solve Christmas. And then teamwork makes the dream work.
It does, yeah.
And then
he learns to be a better person.
That basically is it. Save time constraint, cut short. Don't worry, George. I can fucking do it.
Yeah, you summarised. That was good.
Yeah.
You'd still be reading the plot.
You know
what would you give your old Fred Claus?
I'd give it 7. I mean, reading that,
it's enjoyable. It's not great.
It doesn't make me want to rewatch it. It's like,
based off your memories from last time you watched it, I'd say that it's a good film. It's not, one of the great Christmas films.
One of the classics.
It's enjoyable. It's one of those you can just switch off and just watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, for my pick, my third one, I'm going to pick one of my favourite films of all time. I'm joking, it's my favourite Christmas film. Or it's in my top 5, which is why I'm saying it now. And if one of us doesn't say it, the other one will. So Elf,
Oh, okay.
2003,
I want to get.
15 years old.
I've not seen it.
Have you not?
I really haven't.
Wow.
And Grinch. I've not seen Grinch either.
What, the new one or the old one?
No, the original.
Jesus Christ.
I know. My Christmas is fucked up. That's why I am the way I am.
I am what I am. By next Christmas, you might have seen some films.
Yeah, all Christmassy
Elf,
ones.
2003, starring Will Ferrell. At the rise to prominence in his comedical powers. He stars as Buddy the Elf. That is my password, computer. Let me back in, you bastard.
That's the plot of the.
That's the plot of the film. He stars. So, one night, Santa's delivering presents in an orphanage, and a little baby boy sneaks into his sack. Not in a bad way.
I mean, it does sound a little dodgy.
It does. I should have worded it better, but
No. I'm not having a go. Don't worry.
that's fine.
I'm nice.
It's fine. We're allowed to. Opinion is subjective. And the little baby
comments.
sneaks into his sack, and then when he gets back to the North Pole, Santa's like, "Oh God, there's a baby. Let's raise him as one of our own." And they give it to Papa Elf, and he actually grows to human size because he's not an elf, and he gets made fun of because he's not able to make toys like the elves because he's not an elf. Until one day, when he's Will Ferrell size, his father tells him that about his real family, and he goes off to find his real papa because his mother has died.
Have
So yes, it's a story of self-discovery and Will Ferrell just eating a lot of sugar.
Oh.
He finds his dad, finds the family he's with now, falls in love, and teaches everyone the true meaning of Christmas tree. Christmas tree. I think it's one of the gems of a Christmas film. It's bloody gorgeous.
It's
funny.
Is that after every time you watch it? Or?
Oh, I don't ever get bored watching it. Like, as much as the jokes might be the same, it's just still funny.
Yeah.
He eats loads of sugar. He doesn't understand anything because he's not been raised in the human world. It's bloody funny, man.
Possible sequel?
Nah, I think you leave that alone. I think you leave because it's John Favreau as well, isn't it? Director of Iron Man and Jungle Book, soon to be Lion King.
To be fair, this is back in 2016. John Favreau stated that a sequel to Elf could possibly be made. The next month, however, Favreau reiterated that it's unlikely that a sequel will happen and stated that he was not interested in reprising his role. It's basically up yours, Elf 2. Sorry, Elf.
No, because I think this is one of the films that doesn't need.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I might have, but for whatever reason, he didn't stick with me.
I'm just going to cut straight to it and say 10 out of 10. Amazing story, amazing executed, well written, great acting throughout the board, including Mary Steenburgen from Back to the Future fame, or Back to the Future Part 3 fame, as Buddy's stepmom.
Oh.
James Caan's really good as his dad. It's just great. It's just fun. It's enjoyable. You love it. And people listening to this probably have watched it.
It is one of them.
So 10 out of 10 for Elf. Your number 4, good sir.
Christmas number 4. What am I going to go with? The Polar Express.
Bastard.
Out of all the films, that's like the only one I will always engrave in my head, that one.
Mm-hmm. That
is literally Christmas summed up every year when I was a little wee young lassie. Yeah, I was going to say in my first incarnation, but that's a bit too much. Yeah, typical boy looks at a train. I'm just looking at the cover. It's a boy looking at a train. I don't know nothing about actors because I didn't give a shit about it.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. I'm sorry. So, I don't know.
Come on, what's the plot? What's the summary?
So, boy looks at train. A train from the...
I love this film and will always watch it. It's grabbed on my brain. Let me read the wiki page so I can tell you the plot.
No, a boy looks at a train. He goes, ooh, I want to go on a steam train. He's like Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory. He wants to go on the train.
I don't know what film you're referencing, but I don't think that's the Polar Express.
He goes on a train!
Yeah, he does go on a train.
He goes on a train.
Mhm.
Shit happens. He ends up at the North Pole.
It's a train to the North Pole for all the
It is a
kiddies.
train to the North Pole, yeah. It's like taking a thing to Narnia. It's like not going through a wardrobe, but it's like going on a train and then like going to another
It's a
world.
magical train where everyone is played by Tom Hanks. Well, everyone of importance is played by Tom Hanks.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, Leslie. That's motion capture. Motion capture. Oh shit, it is. Motion capture. Singing voice.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, everyone is Tom Hanks.
Everyone of importance is Tom Hanks.
Mm.
It's a Robert Zemeckis film as well, isn't it? Of Back to the Future fame.
Yeah.
What year was that? 2009?
Four.
Fuck off, 2004.
Yeah, 2004.
Bloody hell, that still holds
He's
up.
ancient. Yeah, no, he's an
It's
ancient
ancient
film.
forever. That's
The
14
game as well, PS2 game. That game was cool.
Mhm.
I want them to like. I want them to remake it. No, but I was
HD,
just
HD remaster of Polar Express the game.
4K HDR. You know, I'd buy that shit within a heartbeat. Yeah, I don't know. The game literally was part of the reason why I like the film so much.
Mhm.
Right. Well, he goes to
He goes to Christmas land.
He goes to Christmas. Yeah, he goes off the train. And then
There's golden tickets. There's
The
hole
golden
punches.
ticket. Hole punches, yes, because
Writes words on their
his
tickets.
tickets, I want to say, gets fucked. Because
His mate's ticket gets lost. The
Yeah.
girl, I forget her name. I'm going to call her Steve.
Violet. Steve, alright. Yeah, so
goes-
Steve lost a ticket, and he then sort of goes out his way to help her out, doesn't he? And
Yeah.
they
nearly dies of, I don't know. Nearly dies on the train. He skis on the train with Tom Hanks.
He does ski on the train, on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
He then...
There's the hot chocolate song.
The hot chocolate song.
We got it, hot chocolate. When they all get served and they like spin the chairs around because the magic waiters give them hot chocolate, and then they meet just before they meet Santa because they're allowed to. He chooses one person to get a present.
Yeah, I pray to God that film's on Netflix now, because that would be one I'd want to watch. Out of all the Christmas films, that would be the one I'd need to watch, because I'd say it's a childhood, I can't fucking remember. I can't remember bits of it.
I can't remember anything. You can't remember any films.
No, because Christmas, like, I'm sorry, but Christmas is shit. Like,
Lovely.
when I was 5 years old, it was the best thing ever, but then as soon as I started working, it's just changed my whole perception of
Well, you
life.
worked at 6. It was great when I was 5. After that, it was
And after
shit.
that, every year, just my hatred for it grew.
Your parents were into child
I
labour.
erased it from canon.
Lovely.
Um,
Continue, my dear boy.
yeah, so he meets Santa.
Santa gives him one present.
Yeah, Santa is a bit of a bellend. A little bit.
No, he isn't.
No.
No.
I thought he meets him, he gets disappointed, because basically he wants to meet Santa. No, I thought he gets...
No, he meets Santa and like Santa
Yeah.
gives him one present because he choose.
Well,
Santa,
that's
the
it.
thing is, Santa chooses one child
He's the chosen one.
to get a present. Has to open one present before Christmas Day, and
That's
he gives him
right.
the bell from the sleigh because he can't hear it.
Yes.
Because it
and
turns
then
out if you
the
believe,
Christmas tree. Yeah, I remember how it ends, yeah. That's right.
if you believe, then you can hear the bells. And then he starts believing, starts hearing the bell, and then
Uh-huh.
he gets to open it
Nice.
again when he gets back on Christmas Day. And he says that the sound of the bell never faded for him because he believed in Santa forever. Like even like his parents didn't hear it, and his sister eventually stopped believing. But he is
How many days have you had off? How many Christmas films have you actually watched?
I've only watched like Nativity and After Christmas. That's it. I just
Because
remember. I just remember things.
I don't remember Christmas.
Wow.
I don't remember these films. I can't remember these
One
last time
day-
I watched these films.
By the time we have long retired and are dead, you will have remembered as much unnecessary information as I can.
Yeah, probably.
I will teach you the ways of being a sad bastard.
Believe me, I am sad forever. Yeah.
Okay, so what would you
Don't worry.
give? What would you give your favourite film that you've Not really seen.
Clearly remembered. A -10 out of 10. A -10 out of 10. In my youth,
minus
In my
10 out of
youth, that
10.
may or may
Is it
not have
'cause you stopped?
existed.
Is it because you stopped listening to the bells? You can't hear
Yeah,
them
I
anymore?
don't believe.
Because you don't believe in Santa.
Ding dong, ding fucking dong.
Ding dong.
No, not that's exactly the ding dong, not the fucking magical ding dong. It's just
Okay.
the fucking
So seriously, what's the number?
10 then.
10.
I can't remember it, but yeah, a 10. I did remember enjoying everything from that film. Half of it was from the game.
When you've rewatched it,
Yeah.
sound happier.
What?
Rewatch
Oh
it.
my god.
Rewatch it before.
You know what?
Rewatch
Do you
it
want me
before
to sound
23.
happy? Then you want me to sound sad? Then you want me to just speak loud? Then you want me to speak quiet? Well, guess what? I'm speaking the way I want to speak. Jesus Christ.
No, it's just you're like, yeah, I love this film. I don't remember it.
Because I was in the moment. I thought I did, and then when you actually think of it, it's like, computer says no. It's like I actually don't. George, this is live. This isn't free. This isn't a script. I'm doing it on the spot.
It is. You're ignoring it. Look, I've written you your script.
Yeah, but Wikipedia, anyone can edit it, you know.
Oh yeah.
See, every second someone's editing.
You might say it's inconceivable, Joe.
Fucking inconceivable.
Inconceivable, Joe.
But yeah, so
I got a good idea. Watch
great.
Watch the film before we record last week's episode. So then you'll really you remember everything, and then it's like over a week you've got amnesia.
Everything is awesome. You'd be like, wow, Christmas is amazing.
Be like, Conor had a really rough week because he just forgot every Christmas film he's ever seen. He remembered it last week. It's almost as if he'd watched it.
Yeah, the Doom Tish.
Okay, so you're giving it a 10?
Yeah, I am giving it a 10.
That's good. I love Polar Express. I'll watch that. That's normally a Christmas Eve film for me.
Yeah, if I still had. Yeah,
it's just so cool. I just love it.
He is. He's just a magic.
Tom Hanks plays everyone, and it's just great voice acting and just visually, it holds up now.
It does.
I didn't realise it was 14 years old. It's magical.
Yeah, I knew it was old, but I didn't think it was that old either.
Speaking of films that you didn't think were old,
wrinkles. Yeah.
Speaking of wrinkles, Tim Allen's face gets a lot of wrinkles in. One of my personal, it might not be great, but nostalgia-wise for my childhood,
it sums you up.
I love it because of nostalgia.
And
it is 1994's The Santa Claus.
Aha, yeah. 3 of them were made, right?
There were 3, yes. 2002's Spider-Man. 2002 Spider-Man crossed over with the Santa Claus.
Spider-Man Claus.
The Spider Claus. The Santa Claus 2 in 2002, I had on VHS, and then 2006 is the Santa Claus 3.
The precursor to Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Well, it came out the year before Spider-Man 3, and it was the 3rd film, and it was shit. So
it is a precursor.
You tell me they're not the same film.
It's the secret crossover that we never knew existed.
Can you imagine?
Oh god,
it's the crossover we all needed.
Good God.
Good Lord Jesus Christ.
Our Lord and Saviour.
He is. This film just resonates with me so much because it is in that Toy Story era of just Disney just
being gold.
Just being golden and fun. And this was on the advert for the VHS of this was on like every Disney VHS.
It was.
And I remember the advert just so vividly, and I just love the film, and I watch it every year without fail. I'll watch all 3 of them just because I like to torture myself. But
you're more of a franchise guy than just a one-off film.
Well, like if there's like sequels that I know exist and I don't hate all of them, then I'll watch.
Yeah.
I really like the second one, but the first one, just for me, just on a personal level, is just amazing. Tim Allen stars as Scott Calvin, a guy who works in the toy biz. One is divorced, looking after his son on Christmas Eve, and they hear a noise outside. Hear someone on the roof. It's Santa Claus, and he falls off, disintegrates because he kills Santa, puts on his coat, and he has activated the Santa Claus.
He does.
So that means he is now Santa.
The one and only. And
it makes Santa a curse, so that you have no choice but to be fat and have white hair and a beard.
Oh.
But enough about torture, because it's a family film. He has to become Santa, and he has to go to the North Pole and go and do the toy thing and do the deliveries, do the Amazon Prime delivery.
Yeah, Amazon Prime, yep.
And his son, like...
First class delivery.
He gets his son taken away from him because his son keeps going on about him being Santa, and they think he's, like, a bit mental.
No.
But, yes.
Not back then, not in 1994, surely.
Oh, no, they were really bad. They were really strict on imagination in the 90s. Not allowed it.
No,
it was
just strictly...
It only came in the 2000s. They only allowed imagination.
Yeah, that was the era to sort it out.
And he learns to be a good Santa and be a good father and just pisses off to the North Pole to live there forever. And accepts being fat. No matter how many times he shaves his beard, it keeps growing back.
Oh, damn. That's just like real fucking life.
It is. Can you imagine if it was just like...
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want this beard.
But no.
And then the sequels are of mixed quality. The second one is quite enjoyable. Because then he has to find a wife. This is me honourable mentioning, so I don't have to talk about sequels. He has to find a wife before the Mrs. Claus runs out. So otherwise he'll stop being Santa. So he has to find a wife, and then he does, and then it's fine. And the third one. It's the escape clause, so he wishes he never becomes Santa, and then Jack Frost becomes Santa.
Yeah.
And it's all a bit sort of weird and weak. And it's over in like 3 seconds. From when the final act starts to when it finishes, that was pretty shit. It was pretty short. It was short.
Short shit.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I will give the Santa Claus, for nostalgia reasons, a 9. It's not... it's a good film, it's enjoyable, it's a good fun family Christmas romp. But I know it's not great, but just nostalgia for me pushes it up. Mm-hmm. And your final pick, my boy?
Just purely by the name.
This is your end game.
Should
we make that a thing? And just we'll just keep saying Endgame and we'll never talk about the Avengers trailer until it comes out. Until Avengers Endgame is in cinemas, we won't talk about it.
Yeah, no, okay, that's a pact. So, alright, we'll do that. We'll
just keep saying it might be an Endgame, you could say.
Yeah, well, alright.
I mean, it's all ruined when Matt comes back and just doesn't remember anything because he doesn't.
Yeah, guys, did you see the Avengers Endgame trailer?
No.
Yeah, Endgame. Endgame.
Connor, can you buzz me in?
Operation Endgame.
Your final pick.
Bad Santa. Just by going by
That's old Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton. I can't say I know you.
Good actor.
Do I know you? Billy Bob
Probably don't know him personally.
Well, country rock. I'm sorry, I don't know you then. What did he do?
Did stuff. Films.
Yeah, crab.
Crabs?
Correct. Rabies. Right, Bad Santa. I actually haven't seen this one, but I'm picking it because, as you all know, the act's out. I don't fucking watch Christmas films. I've got a lot of better things to do in my spare time, and I am just a Scrooge at heart. Okay, but I'm literally picking this by name. So regardless of whether I should or shouldn't, I'm going to read the fucking plot. Well, except I'm going to read all of it.
Okay. Summarise the plot of Bad Santa. I haven't seen this one in years. So good luck.
So, Willie is, I'm presuming he is Billy Bob. So, Willie and his dwarf person Marcus are thieves. They are thieves, they steal things, they are bad people. Santa Claus catches them on Christmas Eve, and he's like, yo, bitch, this isn't right. You got to fight for the forces of good. You're a Jedi, not Sith. Return the stuff, or I'll get my own Rudolph and fuck you up.
Yeah.
So then they shit themselves, like the thieves. Billy Bob shits himself.
Billy Bob Shitter.
Billy Bob Shitter literally shits himself, and he's like, okay, bro, I like your beard. I'll do whatever you say. Notice me. I'll become your apprentice. I'll become your Padawan. He then gets sent to, I want to say the North Pole. This synopsis doesn't make it sound like they're going to the North Pole. They get sent to somewhere.
Somewhere out there.
Fuck it. Yeah, he gets sent to the North Pole. He gets to basically like every other fucking Christmas films. He learns has to be a better person. He does the right thing. Blah de blah de blah. Good beats evil. Bad children are shit. Good people get presents.
Mm-hmm. That's very good.
Yeah.
This film that you haven't really seen.
No, I've not really seen.
What would you give it?
I'd give it Imaginary a -5 out of a -10.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. It sounds quite average. Doesn't really sound many like Christmas.
Have you seen the sequel?
I didn't even know it had a sequel.
Oh, it has a sequel.
Oh, great.
I think they come out like 2 years ago.
Got fairly recent.
Got them in the game. Yeah.
Had a sequel. Yeah, 2016. Yeah, you're right.
I'm so clever. They just
Really?
call me Mr. Clever.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Shithouse. And so is that you? That's your 5 done.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God I could pretend I hate Christmas now.
Well, you can
do.
you can pretend. I mean, you do hate Christmas. Okay.
Endgame.
My my final pick for the Christmas movies is not just like one of my favourite Christmas films. It's one of my favourite films of all time. It is. I forgot what year it is, but
that film.
every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. It's a wonderful life.
A Wonderful Life.
It's a wonderful life. Yeah.
Oh yes, Wonderful Life. I do know that one, do I? He says when reading a synopsis.
George Bailey
Wonderful.
works in his family business. Spend Christmas, he saves his brother from drowning their kids from drowning in an ice lake. Ends up going deaf in one ear. Gets to the future. He has a lot of money troubles, and it seems like his day just keeps getting worse. So he makes a wish, unbeknownst to him, to a angel trying to earn his wings. He has to earn it by saving him. Wishes that he never existed. So he's never born. He sees what life is like without him. It's a story beat that was then repeated in years to come with films. You know, one I could pick off the top of my head that did the It's a Wonderful Life movie was Shrek. Shrek 4. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
what happened if he'd never existed? And he learns how different his life would be and how horrible it is and what happens to his friends, his family. Obviously, he never ends up having kids. It's, it shows him that he is worth something and he is a part of people's lives and he is important. And he learns his self-worth and he then appreciates his life for what it is. And then when he comes back, life starts getting good for him. He starts earning the money for his business because everyone donates and comes together at Christmas for him, and it ends with him having a nice drink and a sing-song in his house. And then the bell rings, and he knows that the angel that helped him, Clarence, has finally got his wings. And it's emotional, it's sad, and bloody hell, it makes me cry with tears of sadness and joy because he learns his lesson. But fantastic film. I mean, a lot of people, like, if you've seen films, you've seen it, but like a lot of this generation probably wouldn't want to see it because obviously of how old it is. But it exists. It's beautiful. It's well made.
Age before beauty.
It's well made. It is still it's simply like just a great film, and I don't have enough kind words for it. And yeah, I watched that video about Fail, and that's another 10. That's, you know what? That's not even a 10. That's an 11 for me. It is beyond.
It's breaking the rules.
Yeah. Sorry. Did you say the rules? Bit of advice. Tell me the truth if you think you know it. Lay down the law if you're feeling brave, but never, ever tell me the rules. I literally watched Time with the Doctor before we started doing this.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so that's why you were watching Deep Breath, because you had...
Oh yeah, because I just forgot to stop watching. And I was like, oh, I can watch like 10 minutes of Deep Breath.
Oh, I see.
And then I was an hour into Deep Breath and I was like, I'm still here.
Somehow.
God, Doctor Who was good back then, wasn't it?
It was!
Even in the Capaldi era. That's our top 5 Christmas films. Any special honourable mentions for you? that you actually watched? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Nightmare Before Christmas, even though it's Halloween as well. It's a bit of both, that one.
That's a good film.
Your favourite actor, Johnny Depp?
Fuck Johnny Depp.
Hashtag Johnny Depp saved. Johnny Depp saved.
Hashtag rehire James Gunn, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, make that a thing. Come on, please.
2019 is the year of James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Trailer for his new movie came out
Mm-hmm.
the other day. I forgot what it's called, but it looks gorgeous.
4K, yeah.
4K everything.
Exactly.
4K.
That's why I'm waiting.
I mean, we're going to talk about this. We would have talked about this by the time people are listening to this. But Friday we are going in depth into the Spider-Verse because my god,
yeah.
I will tell you now that when we do our review of our favourite films
in
of
the
2018,
in the past.
No, in the future when we do our review of because we'll do. I think first episode 2019 will be like everything we loved in 2018.
Yeah. So I thought you said this Friday we're going to do the Spider-Verse review.
Oh, we're going to do a Spider-Verse review, but when we talk about our favourite films of the year, this is top of my list. For sure. I don't think there is anything in these final few weeks that is going to beat that because that was the most fun I've had at the cinema, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
This week.
Agreed.
Because I've said it all last week.
Yeah.
Continuity, trying to fix it.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking hell, it was brilliant, wasn't it?
It really was.
The animation style.
The song, on the way here, I literally listened to the song.
Oh, Sunflower. You got into it?
Yep. No, literally, it's the only song I've listened to for all day. Sunflower.
You're the sunflower. Think you love a bit too much. That's such a good. I expected it to be that end credit song.
Yeah.
Because they play it like right at the beginning. They play it like right near the end, and it's like I just want the whole song.
I listened to the playlist there on Spotify, and half the songs weren't in the film.
There was loads of songs like that were sort of like they were either in snippets and they were
30-second things.
Sort of very much background noise to what was going on. But yeah, episode 23 if you want to have full in-depth spider view.
Spider view. Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Will we do a retrospective? Will we talk about all of the Spider? Will we do like a Spider-Man special? Oh, is that?
I think we'll do. Let's do a Spider-Man special in the lead up to Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah. Okay. But will we count Spider-Verse as the part
I think
of that?
for that we'll do the 1940s not Richard Hammond, fucking whatever his name is, Hammond. TV serials.
Neil Hammond.
Whatever his name is, I don't care.
Something Hammond.
George Hammond, I think, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, do I? I can't be bothered to look it up.
The Japanese one. Then we'll do the Sam Raimi movies.
We'll do
amazing.
That's another Spider-Man got to do in the sequel. The fucking Japanese Spider-Man.
Oh, what, the Spider-Sword?
Or even the original 60s. The original 60s one as well.
Oh, mate. That was so good. That film was so good.
It was.
I will just say now.
Flawless. Like, even as a nerd.
Nicolas Cage as Spider-Noir was one of my favourite things ever. I'm taking this Rubik's Cube. I don't understand it.
No, he was a man.
This probably makes sense to no one watching it.
In the past.
Yeah, if you're watching it in order, this won't make sense. If you're watching this out of order and somehow watch 24 before 23.
If you're doing
Shall I reorder them on the playlist? So then,
so we'll do chronological order and then we'll do like viewing order or like recommended order.
Like when you have to watch the MCU in a certain way.
Exactly, yeah. Or like a flow chart, a pie chart.
I'm going to need a bigger flow chart.
Yeah.
Quick disclaimer, because we'll probably wrap this soon, but not a quick disclaimer. We'll do a quick side note. Favourite Doctor Who Christmas special, because this is more in your alley. So this you'll have actually seen.
Yeah, believe it or not, folks.
Out of the how many have there been? Invasion, Runaway Bride, Voyage, Next,
yeah.
End, Carol, Wardrobe, Snowmen, Time, Last Christmas, Husband's
Song,
Mysterio,
Booyaka Booyaka,
twice. So that's 14.
14 specials. Christmas Invasion. Just simply nothing can beat that.
That is the correct answer. I think apart from I think the order you put them in, apart from like maybe Regeneration ones going higher just because of the emotional stakes, I think they are just in transmission order of how good they are.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, definitely.
Like from the highest to lowest, because it's just, I think they hadn't sort of overdone the thing of Christmas. I mean, even in Russell's era, it's sort of become like, how do we top it and just keep doing it? But then I think Next Doctor is quite underappreciated because it's set in the past and it actually has the Cybermen and it actually doesn't really need to take place at Christmas.
No, yet it somehow still does.
Whereas the rest of the Christmas specials feel like they need to take place at Christmas. And I think is why they've...
It's the weakness of it.
It's why they've opted for not doing it this year.
At Christmas.
Because they feel like... But
do you still think...
It's just that, sorry.
Do you still think there will be, in the New Year one, do you think there'll be like some sort of Christmas reference?
I think it has to. I think it has to be because like it just happens to take it. Like many people have said, and I agree with like profusely. It just happens. It just needs to be a good Doctor Who story that happens to take place at Christmas. Like it doesn't have to be like Christmas angel robot killer trees. Like it can just be like this is happening. And it just so happens to be happening at Christmas.
Yeah. Such as the Daleks invading Christmas.
Yeah, I love Christmas Invasion. But because that's kind of we knew that was going to be the answer. Second favourite.
Second favourite.
For a fact, I know my second favourite you don't really like.
Last Christmas.
No, I think you've mentioned it. No, you don't hate. I think it's just not a bit of you.
No, really, say it.
Can you say yours first?
I'm just thinking Voyage of the Damned.
Yeah.
On rewatch, I did enjoy
Voyage of the Damned.
Yeah, I never got that when I was younger, or I didn't appreciate it. Rewatching it from the first adult perspective, where I understand what life means.
Was that in your big rewatch?
The big marathon, the big 11, Finnish marathon.
Before Series 11 broke you.
It did. The pointless rewatch.
That's good. I mean, it's.
I don't know. It was but it resonated.
We're gonna go over this on Friday when we do 23.
In the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to keep saying that as a disclaimer.
In the past.
But it's just Series 11 was so much potential, but just not enough was over the line. I didn't hate it. It's not my least favourite. My least favourite series has and always will be Series 9 because it's a pile of shit. This at least had good storytelling.
Yeah,
and I think having less episodes, because I don't think this would have worked
as a multi-part.
For 12 episodes or 13 episodes, I think I would have just given up. I think 10 was enough. There was enough good in there. Rose is still my favourite episode.
Yeah, we're definitely Rose. Yeah, that was number one. Yeah.
But I think we'll figure out
a ranking.
Yeah, we'll do our ranking of the episode. Yeah. But we won't tell each other. And we'll see who's how close we are.
Will we count the New Year's in it, or
no?
Would that be separate?
I think that's got to be Series 12. Will that be in the Series 11? I think that'll be in the Series 11 box set, won't it? Because that's what they did for. They had Last Christmas. They had Last Christmas and Husbands in.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Because To Entertain just love fucking with our heads.
Good old.
It'd be really funny if like Twice Blonde Times in it as well.
Yeah, why not?
Fucking bloody continental whiplash. It's like sexist first Doctor. Oh god! Oh, it's Sheffield Steel.
Tim Shaw.
It's just. Oh god, Tim Shaw, man. It just.
Oh, why him?
I will say now though, I was intrigued because spoilers. Tim Shaw's in. He's meant to be the big bad.
The big bad, yeah.
I was intrigued because then that was self-continuity and it was like, oh, so me watching these 10 weeks wasn't pointless.
It was something, yeah.
Because I kind of paid attention and the character development sort of made sense, but apart from that, it was
Ryan and Graham again, yeah.
It's just so close, but yet so far.
Ryan and Graham was continuing the cringe
We're
last
accidentally
week.
talking about Series 11 now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're talking about the cringe last week, but it felt more natural this time.
Oh yeah, it felt like this was the natural progression of like where you started their relationship at the beginning and where you end it. I get that.
Yeah.
I just think we're going to go into a lot of moaning about this on Friday.
We will. Yeah. There's not.
So yeah, so your second is Voyage of the Damned.
I can think of just basic of the.
I am going to say that I'm probably in the minority, but my second favourite Christmas special Doctor Who is The Christmas Carol.
No, I'm my third. That might be my third.
I thought you didn't like it.
I did. Well, I didn't. It's one of them. I sort of change my mind every few minutes. I'm like a.
It's like when someone says your favourite Doctor. Depends what mood you're in.
It really does. I'm like a computer. I'm like a software. I reset and I update, micro update, auto update. I change.
It's just really enjoyable, and it's Matt Smith's first one, and it's just by that point I think he's so settled as the 11th Doctor.
It caps off Series 5 well.
Oh yeah, and it's a beautiful bridge between 5 and 6, and it's still in its. For me, it's at the peak because peak Doctor Who was Series 1 to halfway through Series 6. Like that was like golden. Like it was up and up and up, and then it was rocky path, dropping a bit, and then Series 8 and then trying to climb back up, and then Series 9 just floored it, and then Series 10 built it back up.
Yeah.
So it's literally like it's for me like just cresting the peak of that wave before like too much continuity heavy and like complicated stories sort of dragged the rest of the Smith and Moffat era downwards. So that's why like for me it just resonates in a
the last bit of hope. The last bit of hope.
Like I love like all of the specials up to that point. Like they're not great.
No,
I realise that they don't always put their best foot forward, which they should when that is the biggest general audience you're going to have on Christmas Day. Hopefully New Year's Day can turn out
a new leaf. Yeah,
can turn it out.
Do something.
Oh, it's definitely the Daleks, isn't it?
It has to be.
I'm okay because technically we've had 2 years without the Daleks because they were in Witch's Familiar and Magician's Apprentice at the beginning of Series 9. Didn't appear for the rest of that. Appeared in a brief bit in Series 10, like that episode. Like they're just there. He doesn't fight them.
So the Extremists. It was a random like cameo. It was
it was in the pilot. It was in episode 1 of Series 10. Like, it was in the first bit.
That's right.
When Bill sees it because they got the fucking long-haired Mavellians. Is that what they are?
They did.
Yeah.
The Mavellans were in it.
The Mavellans, yeah.
Oh, it was the first episode. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Mavellans.
The fucking Mavellans.
Take them back. So that was that. So technically we haven't really had a proper Dalek story since 2015.
Which is reasonable, yeah.
Which is nice. I like that.
That is nice.
It'd be nice.
That's actually cool.
It's the most evil thing. What's its name? The Daniels family from Southampton. That's a good edit. If you haven't seen that video.
No, but that is the most subtle story arc since the revival. You know, that's.
Can you imagine if it was Clive from like Rose was the villain?
It was me all
along. The
along.
ones resurrected him. But yeah, I hope New Year's Day does something. I hope it does something. Because there is not a lot of rewatch factor in Series 11.
There isn't, because it's so engraved in our heads, and because of this, it's more double because we've had to talk about it, so it's constantly had to be in our heads, and we've literally had to say
This is the only series that I've kind of had to rewatch before I know my opinion on an episode.
Oh no, I've just watched it once. No, it's permanently in my head. This is doing this job has legally contracted me to remember and not forget the episodes.
We've had to do a lot of things because of this job. But you know, it's a year's break, which I think is a bad idea because you're losing all momentum. And last time we had a break, we had the worst viewing figures for a series with Series 10, which is unfortunate because it was good.
It was.
It dropped to like what, like
4.3.
It dropped to like mid 4 to low 5s was sort of the range.
Whereas before it was at least in the 6 and 7, wasn't it?
Yeah. With this, like even on the overnights are all sort of like around the same of like 7, around like the 7.5 mark. They're floating in and around that. Obviously, with like a 12 for the thing, you've got momentum. I would have maybe if you're going to have to break, would have had it in 2020. Try and get another series out in 2019 just to capitalise on it. Get the old villains back. Get everyone like.
This is still the same show.
Feeling like the show again. Because like, okay, you've got it for the general audience. You've got them back involved. Get the monsters in. You know, everyone's like, oh, there's your old favourites. Maybe not like fucking season 21 and fucking like bring every stories and returning villain.
The one from Time Lash. I can't think of the monster from Time. The Carafel, whatever it is.
Mate.
Bring him back.
Yeah, and
he's the equivalent to Tim Shaw.
Yeah, so don't be doing that, but just have it like a bit more of feeling like that connection to the past. Because that's nice. The nicest thing about this series was the references to old adventures.
Things. Yeah, subtle things.
Because that's what you want. It's an ongoing story. And then maybe like 2020, like add the break and figure out where you want to go for the third one, because I think you'll look.
The third one is key.
All this momentum is pointless if you're just going to bin it off for a year. And people are going to see that as, oh, it wasn't very good, so that's why they're resting it for a year.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it wasn't bad. And I think if you capitalise on it quicker and you fix the problems that you can see with it and just fine tune it, then maybe it'll be more well received. It will be better received in late 2019 than it's going to be in early, because we've just had a fucking gap year and I don't want another one.
No.
I mean, when you think about it, like we had a gap year we sort of had a gap year
2016.
In 2010. 2009.
Yeah.
So we only had those 4 specials. Like, we still had Doctor Who, but it was dotted around the year, which was okay, because it was like, we knew we'd have stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We knew it was coming.
2013 and 2012 was a bit of a mess, because we had to wait
they had to part, didn't they?
from Christmas 2011, we had to wait till September 2012.
That's right,
For 5, then we had
Yes.
Christmas, and then we had to wait till April.
2013
And then for the last half was fucking Series 7, Part 1 and 2, for like 2 completely different series. And then we had the anniversary in that. And then obviously we had 2016 off, when all we had was fucking Christmas special 2015 and then another Christmas special 2016.
Which is proper deep dive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then this is going to be, I think this is going to be worse. Because we're getting, in a couple of weeks we'll have another episode, and then it's nothing until, I'm guessing, spring 2020. But I think Doctor Who does better in spring. Maybe they're going for that. Because I think that's where Chibnall wanted it, but to get it out in 2018, it had to be late 2018 because of the production cycle.
Oh, I see.
Just stop resetting your production cycles.
Or maybe.
But then that's Moffat's fault for doing the split years, and then
if they could turn
having Capaldi on autumn, then taking a year off to get it back to April.
If they could turn back time, they should have just delayed it this year, done it early next year. Still keep some, maybe go through what we've been through, do it in April. Because, if April's better viewings, regardless if it's been shit or however we feel.
I think it just does better around it, because this year it's had to compete with I'm a Celebrity. Strictly, it's competed with a lot of things. I think maybe
they should have delayed it this year.
I think you only learn by doing it. I think maybe if it comes back on Sundays in April 2020, hopefully there'll be less competition.
Because I can't see much being on.
Maybe Britain's Got Talent, but I don't know really when that finishes. I know it starts around the spring, March time, I think. But then, because obviously X Factor as well. So you've had X Factor, you've had Strictly, you've had all those things around it that's. As crap as they are that keep carrying on, they still draw in big figures. And obviously I'm a celeb, so you're competing.
Yeah.
I think you live and learn by... You've got to experiment. If they'd kept it the same, you never would have known, but at least they know these things now.
They know not to do
We'll see where Series 12 takes us, but at least we have our Season 19 box sets to tide us through, and our Season 18 that comes out in February. And Macra Terror.
And hopefully, I hope it ain't just one release a year, though. Because, I mean, this year was Enemy of the World, and they haven't done nothing. It tends to be one release a year at the moment, which...
Well, maybe they'll up that.
I hope they do.
Because of the collection.
Because
we're getting 3 of those a year.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So, we'll probably get one in... We'll get the first one in February, we'll get maybe July, and then maybe July. November.
Good. Yeah, no, that is really good dates. Yeah, I like them. I can actually see that happening.
Around that time. Well, they'll say that, but then they'll all get delayed by a couple of weeks because both of them have been delayed so far. And I nearly didn't get my Season 19 because I got an email, because when I ordered it, it was my card that ran out in November.
Oh.
So it was like, your payment is... Because obviously, with pre-order, you don't pay until the week before it comes out.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't take it out. So obviously, because I pre-ordered with that, and then it was like, your payment has been declined, check your payment. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't update my card details on Amazon, which I have now.
So it's all sorted.
So it's fine for Season 18 onwards.
So yeah, that's what I got. 19 come today. 18 will be coming February. 12, I'm still on the hunt for 12. But I mean, eBay fucking bids, man, ridiculous.
Are you going to get to a point where you'll just sort of have to bite the bullet after you've saved some money and then do it?
I will do it.
I don't doubt that you'll do it. It's worth it. It's great.
It is. I know. After feeling Peter Capaldi, Peter Davison's
Have you watched any of the Season 19 yet?
No, but even my fucking mum and nan said, "Oh, that's really well designed, really well packaged." I mean, they don't give a toss about none of that stuff. I was like, "Yeah, this is a collector's item." I said the Season 12 Tom Baker one. Literally, I sort of learnt my lesson. It went within a month.
Yeah,
or
3
weeks.
The hard way. Yeah. Well, the only reason I got it, because I didn't originally pre-ordered it, but because it got pushed back 2 weeks on the release date, is when I went, that's a sign, I need to order it. And then I pre-ordered it, because I was waiting for payday, and I thought I'd missed it because it did the whole temporarily out of stock thing. But then it was no, I need to do that, because it got delayed. And as soon as, we both pre-ordered at the same time.
We did. I told you about that one.
That's just after I come back from holiday. I pre-ordered that. That's mad. I've done 18. Hopefully, what am I praying for next?
Yeah, what season next?
Fuck, it's Season 22.
Season 22. Yeah, it's Colin's season. Yeah.
I think, like I said to you, they're going to do then maybe do 22 and then do another Tom, and then do Sylvester's first, then do another Tom, and then do John's first, and then do another Tom, and then do Patrick's first, then do another Tom, and then do Hartnell, and then do the final Tom.
Uh-huh.
I think they'll do it like that.
Oh well. Guys, if you're still listening, leave your thoughts
yeah,
in the comments.
below.
Or
What
email
what
us.
season do you want on the collection next?
Series 8. Series 7, I would say because it's the first Doctor, but then it isn't as much.
More
For money wise, you're not
logistic-
getting
More
like that
logistic,
big.
yeah, more logistically.
But Series 8 is like that big. Well, it'll be the smallest out of the 3, but it'd still be 5 stories, really good ones.
Well, 5, that's the same as 12 of them. 12's 5.
But
Yeah.
oh shit, it is. Yeah. So no, it'll be basically
7.
Series 12 size.
Bloody 18's 7 as well, isn't it? Leisure, Meglos, Full Circle, State of Decay,
Warriors Gate,
Keeper of Traken.
Logopolis.
Yeah, 7.
So it'll be the size of 19. It'll be that big.
19, and they'll be right next to each other, and then we'll have a nice little bridge. But until then, my dears,
Alright.
like, comment, subscribe, share.
All that jazz.
Theme tune. Theme tune 2019.
In the past.
Well, like, we've had email conversations with the lovely fellow who we will tag once he's tagged in all the videos, then you know who it is.
Hey.
But we're just, we're seeing once we get the music, we're just going to not say anything until it's done. But we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to being professional. We'll have a title sequence be next, and maybe a proper logo.
And then that'll be our end game.
Maybe a proper logo, yeah. And then, yeah, we're going to do a 5 Who fans, and we're just not going to exist after 2018.
No, probably not.
No.
God.
But with them gone, it's a gap in the market for...
I know, right? It's a niche. It's a proper niche.
It is proper niche. And speaking of niche, I'm going to go watch season 19 now.
Same here.
So, yeah.
Oh,
Yes. Behind the Sofa.
Oh.
That's the documentary. It's very nice. But until then,
Alright.
we wish you a wonderful Christmas
and a happy New Year.
A happy and prosperous New Year. We will see you next week.
In the past.
Well, no, you've already seen us from our next week point of view.
Yeah, our
Stop
past.
confusing them.
Our past. In your future, but in our past.
Yeah, the next time you hear from us on December 30th will be the final Nerd Bible podcast of 2018. And Connor probably won't be here, but I'll be very drunk.
I'll be homeless, just like that.
It's the pasty sheep curse. You end up homeless. I'll be the last one to go. This will kill me. This job will kill me.
Literally, your life on your line every week.
But see you for the final podcast of 2018, guys.
Right.
Thanks for sticking with us. 2019, onwards and upwards.
Damn right.
Much love, people. Goodbye. Pasty sheep nerd bible contact@gmail.com.